And joined now by Ryan Sims of the playoff-bound Liberty Raiders. First of all, Ryan, you guys have been off for quite a while. Do you feel like that's going to hurt the team at all?
Uh, no, it shouldn't really. We put a lot of work in since we was since our seniors and juniors were sophomore and freshmen, and it's kind of played out this year. We're going 6-0.
You guys, you played one game, I guess, and since you played Independence, just been one game. How has that slowed thing down, or has it made you a more hungry team? Do you think?
It's kind of slowed us down a little bit because we get ready for the team and then end up not even be able to play that weekend, and sitting out so many games and just practicing, it just really doesn't help a lot.
Do you feel like almost like you're starting again in August, with the exception of the weather? And does it feel like you're kind of in preseason again?
Yeah, it's pretty hot out here.
How tough is it to be to go from thinking you're going to play to not playing? Then the next week you practice, you think you're going to play and not play. How tough has that been for the team mentally? Is it taxing at all?
Yeah, it just we say game day or day before, we're all pumped, we're ready to go win, maybe score 40, but then end up getting the call that we can't play because people are quarantined and teams are in orange and all that.
Have you become a student of that map? Have you checked? Do you check it out quite
Yes,
frequently, or let somebody tell you what's going on?
I check it out every week.
How when you see that somebody's in orange or red that you're playing, I mean, it must be a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Tell me about your running style. I've seen you in the past, and you've had pretty good games when I've seen you play, especially down at Westside last year. Tell me about your running style, and how you would explain to somebody what your running style is.
Uh, get to the edge as quick as I can. I'm more of an outside runner and beating teams outside and down the sideline.
Have you been able to get much information about Herbert Hoover, your first round opponent?
We got 6 game films on them. We're, we're breaking down and watching them as groups, so we should be ready this week.
Well, I'm sure you guys are on huddle and everything.
Yes.
How much have you this time have you spent since the Scott game, just looking at different film, or do you just want to kind of get away from it because it's so frustrating?
Oh, just every day at least an hour to 2 hours, maybe more, on huddle watching film on teams that we're going to play and look back to what I can do to fix in the last game that we played.
If you had to choose what you think is your best game since you've been at Liberty, which would it be?
West Side last year.
Which was happened to be the one I think I got some film in that one from that game. You seem to have some pretty good success. I think as a freshman, you had a pretty good game against Wyoming East. I think here
Yes.
in the last game. You didn't get to play either of those teams this year. That must have been frustrating.
Yeah, it was. It was really
You seem to
frustrating.
have some pretty good success against those teams. Is it a running back wants to get 1,000 yards? Obviously, that's a goal for everyone. Do you feel like something was taken away a little bit this year because you did, you only were able to get 6 games in?
Not really. It just sucks. I was wanting to rush for 1,000 yards, but with all this COVID stuff and only playing 6 games, I kind of just been get as much as I can in 6 games.
And,
How many games we play?
and on defense, do you play much defense at all? I mean,
Yes.
this defense probably underrated because of what your offense can do.
Yeah.
Just talk a little bit about this defense. And you've got a couple guys back there with, a lot of interceptions.
We got Sean at corner, one of the best corners I've ever seen. He has 7 picks this year. We got Braden at top, safety. He's good at safety. He's crazy. He's basically our ball watcher. Anytime that we go to play a team that likes to pass a lot, him and Sean is in there making sure that their guy doesn't get the ball or anything.
And you've been able to stuff some teams too. I mean, the defense really kept you in the game against Scott till you finally got on track late in that game. But defense, you think it's a little unsung because based on what you've been able to accomplish? You shut some pretty good teams down.
Yes.
Your brother's on the team too, right?
Yes.
How much of a mentor do you think you are for him?
I try to teach him as much as I can, but you know how he is. He's young, likes to be stubborn, thinks that he knows it all.
Who's a better athlete?
Basketball, he has me beat. Football, ain't no way.
Okay. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate the time. Good luck to you guys in the playoffs.
You too.